Have you ever promised yourself that this month would be different? You tell yourself you're finally going to manage your money properly. You create a budget. You write down every expense. You make a plan, and for a few days, everything goes well. Then life happens. A dinner with friends, an online sale, an unexpected expense, a few impulse purchases. Before you know it, you've stopped following your budget completely. If this has happened to you, don't worry. You're not alone. The truth is, most budgets fail, but not because people are bad with money. Most budgets fail because they're too complicated. Many people create budgets that track every single dollar. They try to control every expense. They make dozens of categories. And after a few weeks, the process becomes exhausting. Eventually, they give up. That's why budgeting often gets a bad reputation. People think budgeting means restricting yourself, never having fun, saying no to everything you enjoy. Imagine you're driving to a destination you've never visited before. Without a map, you'll probably make wrong turns and waste time. A budget works like a financial map. It tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. The problem is that most people spend money first and think about it later. They pay bills, go shopping, eat out, buy things online. Then, at the end of the month, they hope there's something left to save. Unfortunately, there usually isn't. This is why so many people feel stuck financially. It's not always because they don't earn enough. It's often because they don't have a simple system for managing what they earn. And that's where the 50-30-20 budget rule comes in. Unlike complicated budgeting methods, this rule is easy to understand and easy to follow. Instead of tracking hundreds of small expenses, you focus on 3 simple categories. The idea is simple. 50% of your income goes to your needs. 30% goes to your wants. 20% goes to savings and investing. That's it. No complicated spreadsheets, no tracking every cup of coffee, no spending hours calculating tiny expenses. Just 3 simple categories. What makes this rule so powerful is that it creates balance. You can still enjoy your life, you can still spend money on things you love, but you're also making sure you're saving for the future. Many people think financial success comes from earning a huge salary, but there are people who earn a lot of money and still struggle financially. Why? Because no matter how much they earn, they spend all of it. At the same time, there are people with average incomes who build wealth because they manage their money wisely. The difference isn't always income. It's object gives your money a purpose. At the same time, there are people with average incomes who build wealth because they manage their money wisely. The difference isn't always income. Its opposite gives your money a purpose. Over the next few parts, you'll learn how this simple budgeting system works. It helps you reduce stress, save money, and take control. Budgeting isn't about limiting freedom. It's about giving controlling you. Now that you understand the 3 categories, let's see how to create your own budget. Don't worry, you don't need a complicated spreadsheet or expensive software. You only need your income, your expenses, and a few minutes of honesty. Let's start with your monthly income. Imagine you earn $3,000 per month after taxes. Using the 50-30 lender, 30% for savings and investing equals $600. Simple, right? Now it's time to look at where your money is actually going. Take out your bank statement or open your banking app. Write down all your expenses from the last month. Don't judge yourself. Just be honest. You might be surprised by what you find. Next, place every expense into one of 3 categories. Needs. These are expenses you must pay. Groceries, transportation, insurance. These are things you enjoy but could live without. Takeout food. Streaming services. Shopping. Entertainment. Weekend trips. Some people discover they're spending 40% on wants and only 5% on savings. Others realize their housing costs are taking up most imperfection. The goal is awareness. Some people discover they're spending 40% on wants and only 5% on savings. Others realize their housing costs are taking up most imperfection. The goal is awareness. It's about making sure your money supports your goals. When you create a simple plan for your income, you stop wondering where your money went. Instead, you start telling your money where to go. And that's when real financial control begins. Now that you understand the 50-30-20 rule, let's put it into action. Don't worry, you don't need a finance degree or expensive software. All you need is a few minutes and a calculator. Using the 50-30-20 rule, your budget would look like this. Now you have a clear plan for every dollar you earn. Write down everything you spend money on during the month. Include things like
Rent-a-series. Place each expense plus each seeing the categories: needs, wants, or savings.
Write down everything you spend money on during the month. Include things like rent, groceries, electricity, fuel, internet, dining, shopping. Once you have the list, needs, wants, or savings. Now ask yourself, are you spending too much on wants? Are your essential expenses taking up more than half of your income? Are you saving enough for your future? The goal is to create a budget you can actually follow, because a simple budget you stick to is much better than a perfect budget you quit after 1 week. The goal is to create a budget you can actually follow, because a simple budget you stick to is much better than a perfect budget you quit after 1 week. Creating a budget is easy. Sticking to it is the real challenge. Many people start with good intentions but give up because they make a few common mistakes. Let's look at 5 mistakes you should avoid. You can't manage your money if you don't know where it goes. A coffee here, a snack there, an online purchase. At the end of the month, these small expenses add up. Track your spending regularly so there are no surprises. Mistake 2, spending before saving. Many people pay their bills, go shopping, and then try to save whatever is left. Most of the time, save first. Treat your savings like an important monthly bill. Mistake 3, ignoring small purchases. People often think only big expenses matter, but small purchases made every day can cost hundreds of dollars every month. Small savings today can become big savings tomorrow. Mistake 4, depending too much on credit cards. Credit cards can be useful when used responsibly, but if you're using them to necessary items with borrowed money, spend within you creating your budgeting a bigger possible. Mistake 5, giving up after 1 bad month. Nobody follows expenses happily. You may spend more than planned 1 month. That's okay. Don't quit. Learn from your mistakes, adjust your budget, and keep moving forward.
Remember, budgeting isn't about being perfect. It's about building better money habits over time. Every month is a new opportunity to improve.
Here's a challenge for you. For the next 30 days, track every dollar you spend. Right at the end of each week, divide your spending into 3 categories: needs, wants, savings. Then ask yourself one simple question. Where can I make one small improvement next week? Maybe you eat out 1 less time. Maybe you cancel a subscription you don't use. Maybe you move a little more money into your savings account. Small changes made consistently create big results over time. The 50-30-20 rule isn't about restricting your life. It's about giving your money has a plan, your future has a direction. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's trying to take control of their finances. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.